The cycle of life dictates that a person dies when they have lived through all the stages, the lows and the highs, baby, toddler, child, teen, adulthood. What happens when that life is cut before it should? My friends didn't get that chance. So is it up to me to honor them, to love, speak, and dance? You were the first person I lost when we were so young I didn't realize the cost. All I knew was that you weren't going to be my friend anymore. No more days of running around on the playground to explore what it was like to be a kid so young and free. Now I'm about to graduate into the real world to see that I can't always be the conductor of the train or of the music that's always going to play despite the pain. Like I was when I moved my fingers and played pretend. Back then my face was all smiles because I had my best friends. You who sat all alone at the other lunch table, you were shy and quiet, now I wear that label. Maybe I asked you to sit with us because I saw the beauty that fools couldn't. Or maybe it was my duty as a nice kid to make sure everybody was on one team, and my memories from kindergarten are evaporating like steam, so I hold on to these class pictures when I was so small, but my heart was so large and love was so full, so I stood tall, and now I slump, my feet drag, and sometimes my lungs can't breathe. An asthma attack took her, and sometimes I see, because Aaliyah Waller never got to make her mark, and even though she barely talked, she always played a part in my arc. So when your older sister told me at the end of the day, all I could do was cry quietly on the ride home, the words to say. The first day of middle school, didn't know anybody, but you seemed kind of cool. Mrs. Davis's science homeroom, sitting where Kay Nail laid. Seems like yesterday, but it's been a decade. When I first heard about your leukemia in the 7th grade, I tried to make 1,000 paper cranes hoping the disease would fade, but we only got to 100 and no superstitions or just that, but I'd do anything to have you back. You used to sing Taylor Swift and one of your faves was our song. I know this is just a poem, but you have the hashtag King Strong. To see all the people who love you, including me, those days playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards at lunch made me so happy. DJ Dwayne Lamont King Jr. never made it past being a senior, but I know you would have loved the college lifestyle. You used to talk about being the cool philosophy English teacher, and I think you would have made all your students smile. Junior prom at the Speedway, the pride and joy of Enzo. I forgot the name of the game we played, but it's just a spinning wheel. Round and round it goes just like life. You took the biggest risk while I played it safe. Holding on to my chips while we chatted for the final time. We have no pictures together, just the ones in my mind. Maybe that's why I'm obsessed with capturing every moment past, because I never know which ones are going to be the last. Does the elderly stage double as a waiting game of when your last day will be and nothing's the same? Tick-tock until the clock stops and you sense death's arrival. Was life more than just survival? My public school teachers gave me the gift of knowledge that I still carry with me even after college. Saw Gwendolyn in the bulletin obituaries, but it wasn't my teacher from Rich Acres Elementary. So I looked her up on Google and saw that she died a year ago. Cancer, the same disease that plagued her many years ago. Back in 3rd grade, didn't really know what cancer was, but I missed her every time she was out just because. She was my second mother for the year. Whispers that she wouldn't make it, I wouldn't hear. Because she was as strong as the wind, like that character she played that one weekend, but I guess she wasn't as strong as the sun. I always remember all the fun I had learning about ancient Greece and Rome. Sure, there are other subjects, but history was my home. One time the kids in class tried to tell me she was from Greenland. When I knew without a doubt she was from Newfoundland. She joked that I'd be the first woman president. The White House is one place I'll never be a resident. But thank you for always believing in me, even when your hair was as short as me. So this is my tribute to you. I always have this picture to remember you. Mrs. Viberman and Mrs. Boone, just know I love you to the moon. Your daughter is an orphan. I see her Facebook posts often. I can relate. So sometimes I want to reach out, but we haven't been friends since middle school. No follow-up. Just different classes, different crowds. And some days I feel guilty for not speaking out with kids we're mean and proud. So I'm sorry, but nah, she wouldn't want you or me to be sad. She want me to be my sassy and hilarious self, all bougie and bad. Like when she gave me $5 to skip class and get lunch after I finished a yearbook. Editor-in-chief with style to munch, rolling up to Chick-fil-A and Taco Bell to go. But TBH, I'm not really bougie. Some days I dress like a hobo because I'm really fucking tired of people not understanding the challenges minorities acquire. Just because I did well in school and was well behaved did not mean that my life was perfect and sunny all day. Every student loved Leslie Barger, the crazy gray-haired lady, because she believed in every one of us no matter what the grade said. She looked beneath the surface and saw the cracks in us where the fault lines meet, but also the rows growing up from underneath the concrete. See, I thought I had it all figured out senior year. I was the boss, but now as a 4th year I need you, now more than ever because I feel lost. But you passed away last April among the showers to bring the Mayflowers. I'm still searching for someone to read between the lines, all broken and scattered. What about the people you never met whose death shock your core and leave you in cold sweat? Because you know it could have been you or your friend or anybody that you ever knew, and you feel their presence and the ghost left in their absence, in the paths they used to walk, in the air they used to breathe, to laugh and talk. I think about you a lot, the ultimate avenger. Even though you were the opposite gender, I could have been you at any rate, because suicide doesn't discriminate. You were the president of your fraternity. I'm in OXC, but I never thought to join a sorority. As someone who used to think I'll jump off this bridge after ... I wonder often, what was the final straw, the nail in the coffin? When did you finally decide it was time? And the question everybody asks, why? You made it past 3rd year, you were in your prime. Did you know how much you were adored by your classmates? spouting stories about how you were the kindest guy at turbulent rate. Is it true that the people who care the most are the loneliest too? Because I feel it too, so I understand how nobody knew. You started a much-needed conversation that should have been had long ago. Cast mental health dialogues created by the AICHE VP Katie Bergio, that the mentorship chair has the honor in continuing. It's me, the host. Ironic because I'm the one who needs the most. Sometimes I forget, but I'm always supported by the strength of the chemi community. Each and every one of us is a molecule bonded by these invisible linkages made in laboratories and libraries. Some of us soft, some hard. We make the perfect combination of resilience and toughness, better than any shoe sole. We step through the curriculum and weather the storm with togetherness. Quentin Alcorn was one of 4 who lost the war. It last to end a tragic year at UVA, but you are not a statistic. You are the catalyst that changes people from B's to A's. To be completely honest, I've almost stopped thinking about you, which is a far cry from when I first heard the news. September 13th, just 2.5 weeks after second year began. Girl gone missing from safe and quaint UVA, I didn't understand. I thought I would only hear this on the scary news. I never watched the crime shows I would binge. I read everything I could get my hands on, but stories about serial killers only made me cringe. The kid detective in me wanted to put together the pieces and solve the mystery, but I couldn't do anything except refresh and wait and repeat, which led to misery as the weeks went by and hope started to diminish. So when the case finally closed 1.5 years later, I said, I'm glad this is finished. But truth is, it isn't. This isn't finished until justice is served for every girl, cis and trans, white or not. And when I say justice, I don't mean a couple months for good behavior while getting caught, because this is about racial privilege, where black men are incarcerated and which white men are not. This is about rape culture, where girls fear walking home at night and learn self-defense where boys are not taught. No, Hannah Graham didn't deserve this. Her friends and family didn't. No one does. Around 1 year later, World lost another bright light just because he was fired. But who knows the real reason for his firing spree, other than the man who filmed his cruel deed for all to see? I never should have watched the video. The problem wasn't the perpetrator stalking or the sound of the shots. Oh no, because when I close my eyes and concentrate, her shrill screams echo. She was doing just what she loved, the WDBJ hometown hero, the journalist from Martinsville High, the same school I roamed. So this one hit home hard, but Allison Parker never made it home. 7 of countless beautiful souls sent to some faraway land. Sure, there are funerals, but when does mourning end? Instead of more killing and dividing, we need more healing. Mine just comes in the form of rhyming.